Don't think about the 7th or 8th necessarily yet.
Match 22 of Kafu presents Emirates at D10. What a game we had between Dubai Pulse Secure and ECB Blues. ECB Blues, in the end, coming out victorious in this contest, scoring 143, chasing a target of 140. Virti Arvind, Chirag Suri, and Usman all playing their part. But in the first innings, we had a special innings from Dubai Pulse Secure, from Adnan Khan, who scored 66 of just 23 deliveries. And for that effort, Adnan Khan is the man of the match for this contest. Please, Adnan. Adnan, very well played. You have been playing all the games throughout, but the way you played today, it was something special. You did something special in the break or anything?
No, I just played freely. I went for my shots. I believe I was playing restrictive cricket in a couple of games, which I did not fire. I was going too hard at the ball. Today I just tried to time the ball, and it went well for me.
You looked all set to score the 100, but it just didn't come off. Feeling a bit missed opportunity there.
Yes, I was targeting for 100, but the way the T10 works, you have to go hard every ball, and just one catch and you're gone.
So what should we expect in the rest of the games? Are we going to see more of this kind of blistering innings from this point onward?
Inshallah, from my side, I'll try.
Thank you. Good luck, Adnan. Well played for this game. Thank you. So that's all from the presentation ceremony for this match 22 of Kafu presents Emirates D10. ECB Blues winning a mammoth run chase and winning by 5 wickets in the end.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the toss of day 6, game number 3, which is going to be played between Fujairah Pacific Ventures, game number 2 for them today, and with Sharjah Bukhatir 11. Let's quickly get on to the toss. With me is our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. I have Mr. Asif Khan and Fayaz Ahmed, the captains of Fujairah and Sharjah Bukhatir 11, respectively. Very quickly, we have our toss mascot from Dettol to sanitize the hands, and then we'll get on with the toss. And very quickly, we are ready for the toss. Heads the call. And it is tails. Sharjah Bukhatir 11 win the toss and elect to
ball first.
Is that something that you plan to do?
Yeah, बाद में जो है थोड़ी ड्यू भी ज़्यादा हो जाती है, इससे बॉलर को थोड़ी सी मुश्किल होती है. विकेट भी काफ़ी अच्छा है, तो रन चेज करना इजी हो जाता है.
आज की साइड के लिए कोई चेंजेस?
नहीं, सेम साइड खेल रही है पिछले.
गुड लक टू यू.
थैंक यू.
आसिफ भाई, टॉस वापस जीतना चाह रहे थे आप?
कोई बात नहीं, हमारा प्लान बैटिंग का ही था क्योंकि लास्ट मैच हो गया बैटिंग. यंग बचे हैं, हार जीत तो आपको पता है गेम का हिस्सा है, तो इसीलिए हमने इस दफा टोटल.
और कोई चेंजेस हैं आपकी साइड में अभी के लिए?
चेंज हमने 10 की जगह.
ठीक है, गुड लक.
थैंक यू.
So the news from the center for game number 3 is Sharjah Bukhatir 11 win the toss, elect to bowl first.
A very warm welcome to the last match of the evening, Sharjah Bukhatir 11 versus Fujairah Pacific Ventures. And as you know, Sharjah Bukhatir 11 won the toss and they elected to field. They put in Fujairah Pacific Ventures, and we've just seen the first ball, which has been bowled, and 2 runs have been scored of the first ball. So the game is off to a start, and those 2 were wides. I'm joined in the commentary with my colleague, Kamran. Welcome, Kamran.
Thank you, Anurag. Welcome, everyone. Good evening to all the viewers all around the world who are with us watching this telecast. So, Anurag, this is a crucial game for Sharjah Bukhatir 11 as well to stay on the top. Now that, and what a game we had the last game. ECB Blues are chasing down 140, the highest run chase.
And the best part is, Kamran, they did it very sensibly. They never panicked. And they got those 140 runs very easily. And this one is straight to the fielder there. And that's the first wicket.
Batsman looked at the umpire with a lot of hope, but the umpires in the end, they said no. They have given it as a legitimate delivery, so a good catch.
That was a wide delivery, played away from the body and not in control of the shot at all. And straight to the fielder there. And the batsman has to walk back.
So that's the first wicket gone for Fujairah Pacific Ventures. They are 2 for 1.
And what a sensational start here. 2 runs of extras and 1 wicket already down is Fujairah Pacific Ventures. A very important match for them. They've lost their match against Ajman Alubon earlier today, and 2 points, very important for them here, but an early setback for them, Kamran.
Beautiful catch. And while we have been talking so much about the fielding standards, and that was an excellent catch by Rizwan CP of Shyam Ramesh to send Kaleem back. Basil Hamid is the new batsman in. And what a lovely delivery to welcome him to the crease. Excellently bowled by Shyam Ramesh.
Beautiful delivery indeed, and we will have a look at the playing 11. Sharjah Bukhatir 11, Fayaz Ahmed captain, Ranjit Mani, Umair Ali, Gopakumar, Hazrat Bilal, Khalid Shah, Muhammad Farooq, Junaid Shamzu, Syam Ramesh, Ali Anwar, Rizwan CP.
Fujairah Pacific Ventures Asif Khan is the captain. And Wasim Mohammad, Mohammad Kaleem, Rishabh Mukherjee, Lukman Hazrat, Shiraz Pia, Sanchit Sharma. Another good delivery, but this time played uppishly in the vacant third man region for a boundary.
Yeah, Basil, they're taking full advantage of the field placements and the power play overs over the infield. 4 runs, welcome 4 runs there for Basil, and taking the total now to 6 for the loss of 1 wicket. And at the crease, along with him, is Wasim Mohammad, who unfortunately failed to click in the first match today, and I'm sure he will have lots going on in his mind to do well for his team in this match.
Dafa News Tournament 4, number 392, which you saw as a result of an uppish edge from the batsman. Again, lovely line, lovely delivery. Shyam Ramesh executing that plan that they first came out against the Virti Aravind, and now they are continuing with it, and it has been going well for them. So the Fujairah Pacific Ventures squad: Asif Khan, Wasim Mohammad, Mohammad Kaleem, Rishabh Mukherjee, Lukman Hazrat, Shiraz Pia, Sanchit Sharma, Hassan Khalid, Hamdan Tahir the keeper, Basil Hamid, and Ali Shan Sharafu.
You're very right. You know, there is again a strategy in place, and Syam, you know, the ball across the batsman's face and angling away from the batsman, not giving him any opportunity. And this one again, but this time the batsman is up to the task, plays it high over the infield, 4 runs.
Good shot. This time the batsman was ready for it. So with that boundary, just have a look at it. Slowish, he checked his shot, delayed his shot, and sent it over the boundary. 10 for 1 after 1.
We are back with live action here. Fujairah Pacific Ventures 10 for 1 after the completion of 1 over. And just for those of our viewers who have just joined in, this is the third match, the final match of the day today, day 6, and 23rd match overall. Sharjah Bukhatir 11 versus Fujairah Pacific Ventures. Toss won by Sharjah Bukhatir 11, and no prizes for guessing. They put Fujairah Pacific Ventures into bat, and they are 10 for 1 after the first over.
A good shot. Very meaty blow. Clean swing. Sends the ball right into the ICC Academy for a 6.
Beautiful shot there by Wasim Mohammad. He's known for these shots. Fully in control, stroked it well, high, mighty, and hits the railings there at the academy, and 6 runs to his own name and 6 runs for his team.
Talabat Tournament 6 number 291. So we are all set to see 300 Talabat Tournament 6 right in this innings if Wasim Mohammad keeps going like this. What a shot! What a shot! Uppercut over the fielder for a 6.
Well, there is no letting up here, and Wasim Mohammad wants to make amends. Let's see the replay here. Beautifully uppercut and over the fielder there, and another 6 for him. So he is racing ahead now with 2 sixes. He's on 12. 22 for 1 is the score. And we have another 4 deliveries coming up. Hazrat is the bowler who has been creamed for those 2 sixes, Kamran.
So 2 balls, 2 sixes. Wasim Mohammad, is he going for a hat trick of sixes? Oh, well bowled.
Bit of a misfield there. He checked his stroke at the last moment. He wanted to go aggressive on it, but just held it back, his bat back, and stays on strike. No run taken, dot ball. Fujairah Pacific Ventures then 22 for 1. Current run rate 14.67. Early days yet. Overs bowled 1.3. This is the second over. Hazrat now bowling again to Wasim Mohammad.
This is a good game between two good batting sides. And Wasim Mohammad just swirling around, managing only an edge. And a loud appeal. And the umpire says no, it's off the body of the shoulder. And Wasim Mohammad, in fact, removed his shirt to show everyone where he has been hit. Just have a look.
Yes, absolutely. Very clear in the replay. It got his arm, his triceps maybe, and there was no glove, no bat involved, and right decision by the umpire.
A good decision, because in this heat of the moment, and without this luxury of seeing in the replay and having another look at it, the umpires usually see and they get scrutinized and criticized for any minor mistakes. So a good decision by the umpire.
Yes, the umpire doing very well for himself and keeping his name intact. Next delivery, and this one he gets into it and gets into it very well, and this goes for 4 runs on the offside. Another 4.
Again, Wasim Mohammad, in his usual style, using his wrist like a shovel and sending this delivery. Have a look at it. Just shoveling it over the extra cover boundary for 4 runs. That's Dafa News tournament force number 394.
Fours galore, 394.
We will have to see if the number of 4s reaches 400 first, or the number of 6s reaches 300 first. Very well bowled by Hazrat Bilal. And the batsman take a single to complete the over. That's the 2 overs gone. That's 27 for 1. Fujairah Pacific Ventures.
$27 for 1 is Fujairah Pacific Ventures, put into bat by Sharjah Bukhatir 11, the team which is on top of the table right now in this tournament. And Fujairah Pacific Ventures is also vying to be in the top 4 for the playoff, but they need to consistently play well and keep the momentum going.
More effectively, it's a contest for the first playoff. Like Anurag was saying, Sharjah Bukhatir 11 has been at the top. And ECB Blues, they just won their game. So they have, we will have to check on the points table again. But I believe they have edged past the Sharjah Bukhatir 11 for the first spot. So just to remind you, our viewers, of the tournament rules in this tournament, the top 4 teams will go to the next round. At the end of the initial 30 games, double round robin, 2 teams will be disqualified, and then the top 4 teams will play in the playoffs manner instead of the semi-finals. So there's a lot to be, and this time a leading edge, and lucky for him that it has taken beyond the reach of fielders.
Wasim really didn't have much clue about that. He wanted to play it on the onside, got a leading edge, and fortunate for him that it missed those 2 fielders. They were running behind the ball. safe and sound. 19 of 7 is Wasim, and he needs to stay on the wicket for a while and make up for not doing so well in the first match, because he is one of the top impact players of Fujairah Pacific Ventures, Kamran.
For sure, and Wasim Mohammed has been the leading run scorer in this contest as well. Like I was mentioning about the tournament rules, so this is the contest practically between the number 2 ranked and number 3 ranked teams, and they are playing for the number 2 spot. So whoever catches that second spot will have 2 bites at the cherry, 2 chances to qualify for the final.
Absolutely. All these things make a lot of difference, and they will come into play once the 4 teams for the qualifiers have been identified. And next delivery, played quietly, 29 for 1. Current run rate 12.43. Overs 2.2. And both these teams wanting to give their best. This is the last match of day 6 today in this CAFU Presents Emirates D10 Tournament being played and brought to you live from ICC Cricket Academy.
And this time Wasim Mohammed plays it. So we were discussing, Anurag, about the tournament rules, and we must say the environment and the atmosphere of this tournament has been played, and how nicely this tournament has been organized by Emirates Cricket Board, and it's an ITW and SF Sports Fever 360 digital production for the Emirates Cricket Board. And thus far, it has been an excellent tournament, which everyone has enjoyed. We have enjoyed a lot from the Combox.
Absolutely, there is no doubt about that. The next ball is played quietly on the onside. They'll scamper for a single. And the other thing is, despite the spectators not being here, Kamran, because of the COVID restrictions, which are worldwide, globally being adhered to and implemented, still the excitement amongst the players, of course, us in the commentary box, the complete production team, the people who have put so much hard work to put this whole tournament together, and kudos to ECB, that's the Emirates Cricket Board, to having brought cricket back to life when everything was so quiet and it was work at home for everybody.
For sure. And this time, clipped off his hips. He'll have to wait for the umpire signal, and he signals leg by. Nonetheless, 4 more to Fujairah Pacific Ventures.
No bat there, but got the thigh pad and 4 runs to final leg. All these runs count. 35 for 1. 1 more delivery to go. This is over number 3 of Fujairah Pacific Ventures, having been put into bat by Sharjah Bukhatir 11, who won the toss.
But Anuraga, I must say, it's just a reasonable power start, because considering the batting power Sharjah Bukhatir 11 has, both teams are still in the game, neck and neck. And this time, top edges it, and lucky for him, it lands in the vacant area for another boundary. That's 4 more. Fujairah Pacific Ventures 39 for 1 after 3 overs.
Fujairah Pacific Ventures then, after 3 overs, are 39 for 1. It's time for Kamran and me to take a breather, and you'll be joined now in the commentary box, Charvi Bhatt and Neil.
Thank you so much. And while we talk, you can watch us live on fan code in the Indian subcontinent, Etisalat eLife in UAE. If you're in USA and Canada, or your friends and family there, tell them to watch Willow TV. And everywhere in the world, you can watch us on Sportseye, their Facebook page, SPORTSEYE. So that's where we are. 3 overs gone, 39 for 1. That's where Pacific Ventures, Fujairah are lost 1 wicket. Sharjah, after winning the toss, electing to field first, has done really well. Meanwhile, this one has been driven handsomely. That's a 4. 4 runs of the very first ball of Gopa Kumar. And over pitch delivery, beautifully driven, 4 runs.
And in boundaries coming in intervals here for Fujairah Pacific Ventures. Nicely played shot down the ground that will reach the boundary. So back-to-back 4s.
It was Umair Ali, gave in a chase but couldn't reach.
One over has one wicket has gone down so far for Fujairah Pacific Ventures. Looking steady, this partnership at 46. 48 for 1, 3.3 overs. Gopa Kumar. Full toss delivery, nicely played, but finds the fielder at mid-on, and a wicket number 2.
Yes, that is Wasim, who's just lost his wicket. 24 runs he's made in 12 deliveries. Ball angled in, and look at this, balloon straight into the hands of the fielder who was ready for the catch. And gone. 48 for 2 in 3.4.
After 3.4, 48 for 2. Asif Khan, the skipper for Fujairah Pacific Venture. And he's the one who's walked in next. Gopa Kumar getting a success after 3 deliveries. Went away for about 9 runs for picking up the wicket. A good comeback from him as well. Good delivery to start with.
Asif Khan, the skipper, taking place of Mohammad Wasim. Look at this, Chari. Mohammad Wasim today, both the games, hasn't been able to bat convincingly like the Mohammad Wasim that we've seen. And that has to either do something with the break that has come through. The momentum has been broken. And that might just prove costly to Pacific Ventures Fujairah.
That is a possibility, a very good one though. Better delivery, that nicely played. Good over. 9 runs coming from it and a wicket. 4 gone, it's 48 for 2.
Four overs gone, 48 for 2, coming in with the 5th over. It will be Hamid who will face Umair Ali. the highest wicket taker so far in the tournament, including a 4-wicket haul in 4 deliveries, a double hat-trick. That's what you call it. He'll be coming from the far end to bowl this one. Just before the wicket of Mohammad Wasim, Fujairah was going at a steady 13 runs an over. Slightly drop in the pace of scoring. Meanwhile, this time, a couple of runs stolen.
Well, they're going to need more of that if they need to put up a convincing total for them to then defend. Yes, they definitely have the bowling. We're hoping that they do give a tough fight to Sharjah Bukhatir 11. But let's not forget that Sharjah's got some good batsmen who've been batting top the order consistently through this tournament.
Sharjah undoubtedly looks like a very well-united team that plays in unison. Meanwhile, this time, handsomely cut away, will definitely go and meet the fence for a 4.
Ball just moving slightly away there from the right-hander. Nicely angled through the gap. Runs coming in any form are good runs as long as they're going up the board.
Yes, 399 tournament boundaries. Scores. For news tells us that.
And I'm pretty sure that most of those boundaries, they belong to our youngster from Team ECB Blue, Ritya.
Basil Hamid will be on strike. 24 of 10 deliveries. Asif is yet to open his account. Slow one, picked up in the air, and will sail through over the fence for a 6.
Extremely well picked shot that, courtesy the willow of Basil Hamid. And well judged, the slower one. Nice, good use of the wrists as well. Stylish shot that.
Definitely, they look good. And they add good runs to your score. 293rd tournament 6. Soft hands! And the third man will pick it up. The skipper himself get a single there. So in this over, you've got a 1, a 2, a 4, and a 6.
2, 4, 6, 1. 1, 6, 4, 2. 4, 6, 1, 2. Like to get a phone number out of that. or a pin of a card. 4-digit. Asif Khan is yet to get off the mark. He's faced just 2 deliveries so far. Good lend delivery that, and a good single taken. Now these are the singles that challenge the fielders, and they get the fielders to keep thinking constantly on what is the batsman now going to do next.
And it's sensible as well. You know, you've got your runs of the over. You've got about 12 runs in the first 3 deliveries. Unless and until it's a terrible ball, you don't have to go after it. You know that Umair Ali is a quality bowler. You'd want to hold on to your horses, at least get those singles going, rotate the strike. And hey, if the last one is a poor delivery, go for it. Last delivery coming up. Umair Ali from the far end to Basil.
Good use of the wrist again. Plays it straight around the ground and a boundary to end the over. Courtesy Basil Hamid. 5 gone, it's 66 for 2.
Back to live action. 5 overs gone. 66 for 2. Going at 13.2. Fun fact. In the 2015 World Cup, Kevin O'Brien celebrated with the crane pose from the movie Karate Kid after a batsman was dismissed. The batsman's name was Krishna Chandran Karate. And that guy was from UAE.
Yes, he was from the UAE. Chocolate delivery that. Good delivery that from Umer, from Ali. From Ali Anwar. What are we expecting here, Neil? How much do you think these, at the run rate that they're going, what's the total we're looking up on the board?
Well, if Asif Khan plays around and plays well, I think 130 definitely should be on cards.
And I think that should be a good total to also defend. Swing, miss, taken.
Short ball there. Krishna Chandra Karate. Basically from India, but played for the UAE, the 2015 Cricket World Cup. Integral part of that squad. And one more member of that squad, in fact, one of the most important members of the squad, is the mentor slash coach of the Sharjah Bukhatir 11 team playing here.
Khurram Khan.
Khurram Khan, that's right.
Nicely hit and out of the park that is. Good length delivery. A half volley there. Put it straight where it belonged. Maximum.
What a good looking shot there. Looking to plonk it over mid wicket. That's how the front foot got under cover. And then saw the ball was way outside the off stump. Last moment change and executed pretty well.
Not at a bad rate. They have kept the... well, that's a quick fun fact from the news. During the 2015 World Cup, Hamilton Masakadza kept picking up everyone else's tickets, thinking that they were his. The confusion occurred because Zimbabwe were flying to Hamilton for their Hamilton.
Well, yes, a bunch of cricketers whose name start with or probably have a resemblance with names of places. Hamilton Matsakatsa, and there is Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Shares his name with a city in Odisha, Bhuvaneshwar. So has got no connection whatsoever with that city.
Good running that. A couple of runs. Quick couple of runs. And Fujairah do realize they're going to need a good, powerful score on board if they have to win this game here tonight. Kept the run rate consistent, thankfully.
74 for 2 in 5.4. Rightly said, Charvi, consistent run rate. If they miss a chance here and there, they try and make up for it. That's exactly what you're talking about. Flat batted, over mid wicket, 6.
What a fantastically good looking shot that was. Absolutely sensational. From the willow of the skipper, Asif Khan. Shot flat, picked it up on the rise and straight out of the park for a maximum.
Asif Khan, he needs to be there all the way till the end. Needs to ensure that he gets a good total on board. They're doing really well, Chari. 80 for 2 in 5.5. Definitely very well, but got to finish it well as well. Last ball. Shot delivery. Did not get total control, but will surely get a 4 for that. So that'll be the end of the over. 84 for 2 in 6.
$84 for 2. Asif Khan 19. Faisal Hamid 35. This partnership now worth 36 runs. And we have Umair Ali that will continue his shenanigans from the far end.
14 runs per over, that's how they're going right now. Fujairah Pacific Ventures. Yeah. I'm sure they would want to maintain it at that. And if they do that, Charvi, the next 4 overs, if they go at 14, we're talking 140 runs on the board.
Good total that'll be. That will really, really be a good total. I'm sure that's what they will have in mind. And he goes right up in the air and just a tad bit away from the fielder there, maximum.
A little hop at the boundary line. And when you're standing at the boundary and trying to take those catches, the jump has to be really, really powerful, really high. This jump was probably just a few inches over the ground.
That very well these two have done.
Short ball there. Merrily, good comeback. 4 more deliveries and is over. Was expensive in the previous over as well. Had given away 18 runs in spite of a good start where he got a wicket. But then ended up on the receiving end of Basil Hamid's willow. This time up in the air, but will drop short of the fielder. Just get a single. They played a shot, just something similar to the helicopter, but not executed well.
91 on board. Wickets are down, so they do have wickets in hand, Fujairah Pacific Ventures. 91 for 2. Good delivery that Yorker length. Good control. Not a bad over so far. 7 runs coming from it. But I don't think Umair Ali will be unhappy with that.
So you're right, Charvi, because when the opposition is going at 14 and over, just giving 7, which means you're giving them half of what they're going at, I think that's a win.
Nicely played down the ground. A bit of a chase there for the fielder, but he will come and collect Gopa Kumar, the fielder in the deep. They will get a couple of runs for the batsmen.
93 for 2. 1 more delivery to go. Given away 9 runs so far. And Umair would want to finish at that. He would not want to give away a big over by giving away a boundary ball at the end. Umair Ali coming in from the far end. And it's going to be Asif Khan on strike. Shot of good length.
Placed. And a couple of bounces, but we'll find the fielder. Just a single. Good stuff from Umair Ali here to end the over. So 7 gone. It's 94 for 2. And we have a change in voices in the comm box.
Thank you, Neil. And it's Kamran and me, Anurag Malhotra. We'll take you towards the end of this innings. 94 for 2, 7 overs gone, and Fujairah Pacific Ventures pretty well placed here, Kamran.
Absolutely, Anurag, and it's a good game building up. Although Fujairah Pacific Ventures, they are going at a great rate, but considering the batting lineup of Sharjah Bukhatir 11, I believe there is still a bit par. So they will have to continue at this pace, or they will have to better it to have any advantage at the halfway mark at the end of the first innings.
So it's Asif Khan facing Hazrat, and Asif Khan turns it around on the onside. Get single, and 95 for 2 now. So what is a good score you reckon from here, Kamran? They're doing a 13.26 if you go by that. So we're looking at about 130 odd. What is a good score according to you?
I think 130 would be just par, and anything above that, 140 or anywhere, anything above that, that will be the edge that Fujairah Pacific Ventures may have in the second innings.
Do you think anything about 135, 40? And that's a lovely shot. 4 runs there for Basil, and that will pump up the score to 99 for 2 now.
Basil Hamid picking up the length early and just twirling on his feet, placing it well and getting a boundary. Moving closer to his 50. That was Dafa News. Tournament 4, number 402. So Basil Hamid, 46. He is now just 4 away from a very well deserved, very well compiled 50.
Next delivery, and it's been hit on the offside. Goes straight to the fielder there. The batsman will go through with a single, and that'll bring up the 100 for Fujairah Pacific Ventures. They are 100 for 2 now after 7.2 overs. And pretty well set, good foundation. I think what they require now is they need, Pacific Ventures need some adventure from here.
For sure. And when one thing which we have noted in this game again is that Sharjah Bukhatir 11 captain Fayaz Ahmed is not keeping the wickets. So probably because of the keeping Khalid Shah showed in the last game. It's a full toss, top edge, fielder getting underneath it. It's the captain Fayaz Ahmed, and he drops it.
Kamran, you won't believe it, when it was there and I thought he's going to take it, and you know what came to my mind? Please catch this, and he didn't. What is happening here with the ground fielding and the catching? Unbelievable. I don't know there can be an excuse to drop a catch like that. Distraction?
Yeah, but as they say, it's always easier to face a catch from the com box. And
Come on, Kamran, this one you cannot blame it to the com box. This is a sitter.
No, not at all. Not blaming the com box for this catch.
I don't think our expectations were too high from that catch. And this one, he has bowled him. He wanted to play him on the onside. Missed the line of the ball. Stumps are shattered. And there goes wicket number 3.
And the big wicket, Basil Hamid. And bit of a friendly chit-chat between the bowler and the batsman there. Both smiled in the end, so it's all friendly. Have a look at this. Making room for himself and just moving 2 across and hitting the leg stump. So that's the 3rd wicket of Fujairah Pacific Ventures gone. They are 101 for 3.
Well, lots happening here. 1 wicket just having been lost by Fujairah Pacific Ventures. 101 for 3 on the board. This is the 8th over. 1 more delivery to come. And the main thing is, the good thing for Fujairah Pacific Ventures is that their skipper, Asif Khan, is there. And he can really turn it on if required.
We will have to see how much they get from this year. They definitely need to score at least 30 runs from the next 13 deliveries. Azad Bilal with last delivery of his the over. Placed it to the 3rd man boundary. That will be a single to finish the 8th over. Fujairah Pacific Ventures 101 for 3.
102 for 3 is Fujairah Pacific Ventures, put into bat by Sharjah Bukhatir 11, who won the toss today. And 8 overs gone, run rate 12.75. But they would need much more than that if they want to put up a good fight against Sharjah Bukhatir 11, who have a strong batting lineup, and they'll be gunning for them.
2 overs left. Ramesh, the man with the special plan, right arm round, bowling across the batsman. He just saw Umair Ali, after picking up the ball, taking out the towel to wipe the ball. So there must be some dew on the ground. Fujairah Pacific Ventures must score somewhere around 130 to stand a chance in this game.
Absolutely right, Kamran. 130 should be the par score. And this one beautifully played behind the bowler, behind the umpire, straight down, 4 runs. Lovely shot.
Asif Khan turning a ball well in the block hole, hitting right back at the bowler and earning another 4. Just have a look at it. It was nothing much wrong with the delivery, but a good shot manufactured by the batsman.
Yeah, beautiful shot, full-blooded, put in a lot of power in that. 107 for 3, 8.2 overs gone, 12.84 is the run rate. Need to go 13 plus if they want to make a match of this. And Siam coming into bowl now.
This time well bowled, not giving much room. So Asif Khan couldn't do much about it. Only a single. In the penultimate over, singles are very much acceptable.
Well, 9 deliveries left, until unless there are some extras, some no balls or wides. And they need to make those count, is Fujairah Pacific Ventures. And let's see, it is Ali Shan who is on strike. Oh, he saw, and he bowled, Siam bowled that delivery away from the batsman. And there was no chance for Ali Shan to make connection. Was expectantly looking at the umpire for a wide, but the umpire didn't oblige.
Very well bowled, wide Yorker. Ramesh executing a good plan here. That's been a successful plan till now. But the only problem with this plan is, if he airs with the length even a little bit, it becomes easier for the batsman to hit out.
Well, this time Ali Shan wanted to step out and play it. Didn't stroke it well. It never came from the middle of the bat. Went straight to the fielder. Just a single.
Ramesh bowling the second last over of the innings, and it's been a good over thus far. Only 7 coming out of it. Last delivery of the second last over coming up. And again, very well bowled. Asif Khan could only tap it out to the deep fielder for a single. That's the end of the 9th over, 110 for 3.
Last over coming up of this innings. 110 for 3 is Fujairah Pacific Ventures. And good news for them is that their captain is still there, and who's capable of playing some great shots and accelerating the score. Currently, they're lagging behind 12.22. They were at about 13, 13.5 throughout. So this is now make it or break it for them.
This could be a very interesting over. A spinner coming in to bowl the last over. Gopakumar Gopal Krishnan. And this one has gone in the air and out of the park for a 6.
GKG Gopakumar gives him a nice juicy full toss, and Asif Khan does not miss those. Plays it beautifully, high, mighty, over the boundary line, and 6 runs, much needed, and a good way to start the over.
Definitely. 197. Very well bowled again in the block hole. Again, the batsman could not do much about it.
Good comeback there by the bowler, and he knew the batsman was going to move and try to create some room for himself. Hold him very well. Next delivery, this is full toss again, and it's been hit high. And we'll wait for the umpire signal. Yes, it's another 6. So a good over so far for Fujairah Pacific Ventures.
Yeah, the risk of bowling the spinner the last over not really paying off here. 2 full tosses in the wet conditions. Asif Khan is good enough batsman to dispatch those juicy full tosses out of the boundary. That was Talabat Tournament 6's number 298, quickly reaching towards 300. Would we be able to see 300 within this innings?
Well, Kamran, your guess is as good as mine. It's a tailor-made situation for those. Oh, well, again, a good comeback. 2 deliveries for 6s and 2 deliveries to keep the batsman quiet.
So Asif Khan just having a quick chat with the leg umpire. Probably he thought that it was too high, but definitely not. 2 more deliveries to go in this innings. And Asif Khan goes again. Straight like an arrow. Hits the side screen for another 6.
I remember that saying, you bowl me in the V, I will hit you on the tree. And no fielder there, and that is 6, number 299 now. 1 more to go. Will he do it?
And that's also the takes Asif Khan to 48 of just 22 deliveries. So last ball of the innings coming up. And Asif Khan somehow dabs it down, and he is going back for the 2nd run. So that's will be the end of the innings. 130 for 3. Fujairah Pacific Ventures will close their score on, and that will be 50 for Asif Khan of just 23 deliveries.
So good way to finish. Actually, we've been talking about 130. 130 has been scored for the loss of 3 wickets. And a good knock by Asif Khan, 50 not out for his team.
So Fujairah Pacific Ventures, Wasim Mohammad gave them the quickest start. Mohammad Kaleem went early. And Basil Hamid, the man who gave the momentum to this innings, 47 of 19. And then Asif Khan in the end, 50 of just 23 deliveries. 6 extras in the innings, 130 for 3, Fujairah Pacific Ventures.
So a decent batting card there. And let's have a look at the Sharjah Bukhatir 11 bowling. Syam Ramesh got 1 for 18 of his 2 overs. Hazrat Bilal gave 25 in his 2 overs, took 1 wicket. And GKG, 2 overs, 29 runs and 1 wicket. Those were the 3 wickets to fall, 6 extras, 130 for 3, 10 allotted overs. And that is how the Sharjah Bukhatir 11 bowling.
So the star of the innings has been Asif Khan, who completed his 50 on the last delivery of the innings. Here are some of the shots he played. Inside out, over the boundary, and then again on the leg side, waiting for the ball and dispatching it. And again, that was a bit of a top edge, but still that was a 6. And that was a brilliant shot right behind the things. Or this was the last over.
Beautiful shot, lovely shot. And this one again played on the offside, had the necessary elevation and the distance. And this one straight, beautiful shot on the side screen.
So that was the highlight of the innings of Fujairah Pacific Ventures. They have scored 130 for 3. When we come back, Sharjah Bukhatir 11 will have to chase down 131 in the allotted 10 overs. We will take a short break and we will be back with you shortly.
Back to live action. It is the last innings of the last match. Fujairah Pacific Ventures versus Sharjah Bukhatir 11. Sharjah Bukhatir 11 earlier today won the toss, elected to field first, and Fujairah Pacific Ventures went on to score 130 runs in their 10 overs. Now, it's time to stay true to what they decided, to chase it down. 131 is the target, and in come the two opening batsmen. It's Shah and Money. Will Mr. Money ring in some money?
Well, I'm sure they would. Good batting lineup. Must have thought through the decisions they have to make. But let's not forget, Fujairah Pacific Ventures have some excellent bowling attack, which will make a difference. I think we're going to be in for some excitement here. They need to chase this. They need 131. They need 131 with the run rate of 13.1 and over. Ranjit Mani, Khalid Shah. Was the batting card from Fujairah Pacific Ventures. Wasim Muhammad not being able to crack his batting through. 24 of 12 for him. Mohammad Kaleem went just for 0 of 2 deliveries. Basil Hamid, he got 47 of 19. Kipper getting 50 of just 23 deliveries, going out, not out. And he was the main batsman there responsible for putting that mammoth of a total on board. What do you think, Neil? Is that a good total to defend, considering the bowling Fujairah has?
Well, definitely, that's a very good score. And especially only because we know that Fujairah has the bowling that can defend that kind of score. Yes, they've got some young guns, but these young guns are really, really good. Right. Start up. First ball. A massive swing and a miss. And we'll start with a dot ball.
We noticed that delivery that got picked up off the turf. The ball was remaining low. And let's look at the Bukhatir 11 bowling very quickly. The most expensive, Umair Ali and Gopakrishnan. 2 overs 28 for Umair Ali, 2 overs 29 from 2 overs for Gopakrishnan. Swing and miss yet again. Good delivery. Ball is staying low a little, Neil.
Well, yes, it's staying low, but it's also getting that movement. That movement is the one that's causing all the problem for the batsman. Talking about the bowling card, Sharjah Bukhatir 11 when they came to bowl. Ram Ramesh opened the attack, 2 overs, 18 runs, got a wicket for Hazrat Bilal for 25 and 2, 26 for 2, Ali Anwar. And going to be third delivery, again a swing.
This time getting the outside edge and the ball reaching the boundary, but it was a good delivery from Lukman Hazrat. Just missing the hands of the keeper. Let's have a look at that. Nice bounce, got the outside edge. Just a feather away from the gloves of the keeper.
That's right. I mean, one would say that that was a very good jump there by the keeper. Not too far, and the ball was moving at a rapid pace. These catches, they either stick or they don't. There's nothing in between. Ranjit Mani, 4 of 3. Now to wait and watch to see what comes up next. This time, again a swing, top edge, and lands right in center of the Bermuda Triangle. 3 fielders converging. The ball lands safely. Doesn't often do in the Bermuda Triangle, though.
Well, it doesn't land in the Bermuda Triangle. Gets lost, apparently. Mystery. Well, see, the triangle here was a little visible. 5 for none, 4 deliveries. Ranjit Mani is on 5 of 4. Good bowling this is from Lukman Hazrat. I wouldn't want to take anything away. He's bowling at the good pace, the length is right, and he's created those chances. So the third man fielder was a little narrow, has now come wide.
Khalid Shah will be on strike for the first time. Game. Khalid Shah, the wicket keeper for Sharjah Bukhatir 11. Back of the length delivery. Again, a swing, but great line there. Light off the deck movement for Lukman. Very good over so far. Splendid start.
We talk about the bowlers of Fujairah Pacific Ventures, Neil. Probably the only bowlers in this entire tournament that have been consistent.
Well, yes.
Extras slightly controlled. Good lens bowled. Shot goes up to the air and a bounce over the fence, and that will be a boundary to end the over.
9 for no loss after 1 over. Back to live action, and 1 over gone, 9 runs in the chase of 131. The required run rate at 13.6. It's going to be Sanchit Sharma bowling in from the academy end. Has done pretty well and impressed us all in the commentary box. Charvi, this young lad, Sanchit Sharma.
Definitely has, and I think he's done a wonderful job. Also, not to forget, he's bowled with great accountability and responsibility. He's taken it as his the caliber, the character he's shown on the field, like it was his own baby, and the entire game depends on his over. That's the kind of attitude that he's bowled with, and very difficult to see such approaches from a youngster of that kind.
It's important to have that kind of mindset. Meanwhile, dug in shot, up in the air, fielder underneath. He takes it. That is wicket number 1, and that is the big fish. Ranjit money has been taken. Sanchit Sharma has been rewarded for that immaculate line and length. Wicket number 1 gone.
And what a catch, easy, simple catch there. And mind you, the fielder there is Sharjah Mukherjee. It's his first game in this tournament. So the first wicket falls for Sharjah Bukhatir 11, 9 for 1.
Sharjah Mukherjee there, taking that catch. Sorry, I can just imagine the amount of pressure that young boy would be in. First game, under the ball for a big wicket, and that ball stayed up in the air for almost 38 days. Wow. That boy would have grown some mustache by that time.
Definitely would have. Sanchit Sharma strikes in the first delivery that he's bowled. Fayaz Ahmed. Good delivery. Slower through the turf, this one. A slight movement as well. Making things exciting.
9 for 1 and 1.2. Khalid Shah on strike to give him company in the center. Skipper Fayaz Ahmed. Fayaz Ahmed back-to-back half centuries for him. 2 days back, 2 Man of the Match awards. Meanwhile, again, banged it shot into the vacant region behind square leg for a 4.
Good shot that was pitched slightly shortish and picked it up on the rise. Khalid Shah moved away from the side of the ball. Not the best of deliveries coming from Sanchit. Let me tell you, Neil, there is a bit of dew now that is settled on the ground.
This might just be a little bit of an issue as far as controlling the ball is concerned, taking those odd catches is concerned. Very important in that situation to keep the seam dry. A trick for all the youngsters listening to us. Meanwhile, this time, tried to pick this slower one up, ended up playing it to short fine leg, just a single.
Better delivery. Much better delivery that. Probably the only bowler in the tournament who's had such fantastic figures consistently, match after match, match after match, match after match. If we look at the stats, he probably will be in the top 2 or top 3. Sanchit Sharma, shot, hooked, full, 1 bounce, 4.
That's exactly what they were trying to do in the previous delivery, but this time successfully done. Sanchit Sharma been taken for some runs, but he is the kind who tries to create those chances. And that attempt ends up giving some runs. 1.5 overs gone, 18 runs, 1 more delivery to come. He's given away 9 runs so far.
And Dafa News tells us that it's been 407 boundaries in this tournament so far. Well, if Kafu presents Emirates D10 has got 400 boundaries in a matter of 6 days, the bigger leagues should be in the counts of thousands, I guess.
Well, I'm so sure. Looking at this one, pretty inspirational there. What a delivery there to finish off his over. 18 for 1 after 2.
The 2 overs gone, it's 18 for 1. 113 runs still required. And let's quickly look at the fun fact of, thank courtesy Dafa News, the world's first football club, Sheffield Football Club, was founded dead delivery, that one, bit of a confusion there, was founded by the members of the Sheffield Cricket Club. So, well, each sport, though different in its own ways, is still connected to each other.
Lukman coming into ball. This time has got a wicket. Khalid Shah is out. He doesn't want to go. He's dejected. Happens many a times. That you feel that you want to stay there for longer. But the umpire has raised his finger. And you have to take the long, sad walk back.
Let's look at that. Gets that outside edge, thick edge there. And a clean catch from the keeper. Lukman Hasrat, he tried those deliveries in the first over that he bowled. And well, he gets his man. So the second wicket to fall for Sharjah Bukhatir 11.
Alright, back live. Second delivery. Lokman Hazrat is all set, and so is Rizwan CP, who will be on strike. Very big giveaway in the previous delivery, the wicket of Khalid Shah. Meanwhile, this time has been upishly played over the cover fielder, but the ball does not have enough fuel to carry it all the way till the boundary. It'll just be a single, in fact, a couple of runs there. Rizwan CP back on strike. The moment Khalid Shah edged that one, Charvi, he instantly turned back to look at the wicketkeeper to see if the wicketkeeper was taking that catch.
Let me tell you, this guy here, the keeper, he doesn't let anything go by so easy.
So sure Khalid Shah would be praying in his hearts of hearts. Meanwhile, this time, wanted to just glide it backside of point. Not to be so. There are these opportunities that they'll have to create. They'll have to take those chances because they're going at 8 and over, Charvi. The target is 15 and over from here on. Just shy of 15 and over. They will have to up their ante. They'll have to push the pedal. And that's what he's trying to do. Umpishly played. Up in the air. Fielder circling underneath. And misses that chance. A couple of runs there. Difficult chance, I must say. Running backwards, never easy. But catch is a catch.
Good stuff there. It was good stuff in the field. He definitely saved a couple of runs for his side. And let's look at that replay as well. It was nicely played by Rizwan CP. Put the face of the bat right up high and was getting into a good position. Well, just couldn't get there in time. Just did save a couple of runs. So 22 for 2. Good over this turning out to be from Lukman Hazrat. Fuller length delivery and goes straight into the hand of the keeper. Tight movement there yet again.
Running backwards, these catches are never easy, but then always reminds you of a visual that's almost unforgettable. That is of Kapil Dev running backwards to take the catch of Sir Vivian Richards in the 1983 World Cup Finals.
And well, that was the one that changed the face of that entire game.
Oh, absolutely. Changed history for India, or else it would have been a hat-trick of World Cups for West Indies. And
good delivery.
India would have to wait forever till 2011 to win a World Cup. Meanwhile, that's the end of the over. It's 22 for 2 after 3.
So 22 for 2 after 3 and a change. We're going to have our other crick jocks going to take you along for the next couple of overs.
Thank you, Chavi. Thank you, Neil. And what a welcome to us from Fayaz Ahmad. And it was lofted and it went into the hands and dropped on the boundary. Welcome, Anurag, with one of the things that you have been enjoying the whole evening, a drop catch.
Honestly speaking, nobody can enjoy a drop catch but for the batsman, because the batsman gets a life and he continues to play. But from the spectator's point of view, and obviously also the team, the spectators or the viewers who are favoring that team will be probably happy if a catch is dropped. But overall, from the game's perspective, the game should be played with the best skills. Catches must be taken, even difficult catches must be taken. Anyway, that's a story for another day. We've had enough fun. And it is Sharjah Bukhatir 11 now, 23 for 2, 3.1 overs. They need 108 from 6.5 overs. Tough ask. They're lagging behind here on the run rate, 7.3. And that is a shot which is going to help their run rate. It's a 6.
This time, Rizwan CP with a top edge. But a 6 in the end. That's how it will go at the scorecard. And that's what matters in the end.
As you rightly said, without the how column.
Absolutely correct. So, Rizwan CP started the day, and that was also the Talabat Tournament 6 number 300. So, triple century for the sixes in this tournament.
Sanchit coming into ball, and this one again hoiked towards the long on boundary. We'll wait for the signal. It's 4 runs.
And this time, Rizwan CP, no edge, no mistiming. Perfect placement. Just have a look at it. Lofted drive. One bounce into the side screen. What a lovely sight. 4 runs.
Yes, the batsmen have another 3 deliveries to take advantage of the power play situation, and after that they will have to reconfigure themselves. Yes, he cuts that, but this time straight to the fielder there. Camper through for a single.
Rizwan CP, who is playing aggressive here. 4 and a 6. He started the day with a splendid catch that he took. So his confidence must be high. And if Sharjah Bukhatir 11 has to make any match out of it, these two have to stay together and score runs. This is a crucial partnership for them. Fayaz Ahmed yoked himself.
Didn't get hold of it, wanted to go in for a full-blooded shot, but reached the ball a little late. Yoked himself, as you rightly said, bottom of the bat, straight to the fielder.
So we are coming to the end of the 4th over, and the required rate is 15.7 for Sharjah Bukhatir 11. Sharma with the last delivery. And this time, Fayaz Ahmed has picked up and placed it in the vacant area. We will have to wait for the umpire signal. It's another 4. So that's 4 overs gone. Sharjah Bukhatir 11, 38 for 2.
Fine shot that we see it on the replay. $38 for 2 after 4 overs. The power play being over now. Haven't done very well in the power play. Not a good run rate to have got. Just 9.5. At least 12, 13 is good. But anyway, things can change very, very quickly, Kamran, as we have seen in so many matches before.
For sure. And the two attacking batsmen, Ranjit Mani and Khalid Shah, has gone back to the hutch. That's kind of a big setback for Sharjah Bukhatir 11. But if you talk about the captain Fayaz Ahmed, in a earlier match as well, he has a very cool head, especially for the run chases. And the way he constructs innings and goes about his business, he reminds me quite a lot of a bit of Arjuna Ranatunga.
Yeah, I remember a very business-like player, knows what's to be done, and very compact and very focused kind of batting. And also, we must say, Rizwan CP also has been chipping in during this tournament with some good contributions for the Sharjah Bukhatir 11. And another time today, another opportunity for him to do that. And he has pulled it beautifully. And one bounce into the fence, 4 runs.
Rizwan CP welcomes Rishabh Mukherjee to the bowling crease with a brilliant boundary. So the runs have started to flow, especially from the bat of Rizwan CP. One bounce into the boundary pickets, 4 runs.
38 for 2, and 4.1 overs have been bowled. In fact, it's 42 for 2, 4.1 overs have been bowled, and Basil is got the ball in his hand. Facing him is Rizwan CP, just hit a beautiful boundary, 4 runs, glorious 4 runs for his team. 89 needed, 5.5 overs, and required run rate 15.26.
We are expecting a close game here, and it will be a This time cut beautifully and equally wonderfully fielded by the fielder there. It's Asif Khan, the captain.
Yes, nice shot, ferociously hit, beat one fielder, but couldn't get it across the second, who fielded it well. Just a single added, and the game pretty well set. But again, what one has been seeing which is missing is not too many singles being taken. I don't know if you have observed that, Kamran. The intensity or the intent mainly is always to score in big hits. And sometimes the bowler is bowling well when you can play with soft hands and take singles. And this time he plays it to the onside.
Here you go. They might look for the second and they completes it. So a good, well-judged double there.
Good refreshing change. I just mentioned, and there was a double there. And it's Fayaz Ahmed who is on strike. Very good batsman. Got 11 of 6. And, Basil also has bowled a good over so far. Just given away 7 runs. Only that first boundary. And let's see. This one wraps him in on the pads. Leg by stolen. One more added to the total, 45 for 2.
Yeah, good over in progress. He has given away just 7. It will depend a lot how he finishes this over. And this is what will be going into the mind of Rizwan CP as well. Ideally, he would like to have at least a couple of boundaries of these next 2 deliveries. And very well bowled and just a bit of a misfield, you can say, but it was tough to stop. So 1 run in the end, it's not that bad a result for Fujairah Pacific Ventures.
It was pretty well hit. Bowler tried his best to stop it on his follow-through. But anyway, not much damage done, just a single. Last ball coming up. Basil bowling to Fayaz Ahmed.
This time, Fayaz Ahmed goes straight behind the umpire. Again, a calculated shot from Fayaz Ahmed to end the over. 5 overs gone. 51 for 2.
So then after 5 overs, Sharjah Bukhatir 11, 51 for 2. And they are lagging somewhere a bit on the run rate. They are doing a 10.2, while they require 16 runs and over. They need to up the ante. And we have this fun fact. The VRA cricket ground in the Netherlands, which has a tree inside the playing area, hosted a 1999 World Cup match. Brought to you by Dafa News.
80 to get from 30 deliveries left in Sharjah Bukhatir 11 innings. It's a good contest building up here. We saw a brilliant run chase in the last game between ECB Blues and Dubai Pulse Secure. And this time it has been lifted but did not have the legs to cross the boundary, and the catch has been completed. So Rizwan CP goes. That's the loss of 3rd wicket for Sharjah Bukhatir 11.
Rizwan CP there, then we'll see the replay. Losing his wicket to a long hop. That should have been dispatched, and unfortunately for him, he finds the fielder right at the boundary line, and he has to take the walk back to the hutch.
51 for 3 after 5.1.
for 3 over number 6, and that definitely is going to be called a wide. Yes, it is. So one more added, and it's Umair who is on strike now, facing Rishabh.
And Umair Ali goes big because he's capable of hitting it big. A chance of run out at the non-striker, and it could have been curtains for Fayaz Ahmad had it direct. Lucky for him. And this is what Fayaz Ahmad is telling Umair, that you have completely sold me there.
In fact, Kamran started with an agricultural shot. He was not in control of that, and then there was this confusion. But anyway, safety returns. 52 for 3. Next delivery, shot of length, and he plays it. And oh my, I am not going to say anything, Kamran. Sometimes some things are left better unsaid, and I've spoken a lot about it today.
Absolutely correct. But it's not, so just to we can say one thing, it's not just the one team who is faltering with the fielding.
This is the favorite pastime of all the teams.
This is definitely one area where teams have to tighten up, especially when the business end of the tournament is coming up. This could have been wide, but he decided to play at it, cut it, and it will trickle down to the boundary for 4 runs.
Now that delivery outside the off stump, so much width, no fielder, no protection, and then, Pia, I think there was a lack of effort there. He probably could have dived, but it seemed he was tired and he let the ball go. 4 runs, nevertheless.
Yeah, Anurag, and the one thing is that which we might not be able to catch on the cameras is that this, especially this ground, it's in quite a bit of slope. So as soon as the ball goes in the outfield, it picks up the speed as well.
This one, he tries to pull it on the onside, but all he'll get is a single, and it's 58 for the loss of 3 wickets, 73 required, and 4.1 overs remaining. Current run rate 9.9, and the asking rate is escalating. It's 17.5, Kamran.
Umair Ali, the big hitter. And this time he goes big, but straight to the same fielder who dropped him earlier. He will get another single to wrap up the 6th over. It's 59 for 3. Sharjah Bukhatir 11 chasing 131.
Sharjah Bukhatir 11 just faltering a bit there, and they have 18 runs as the asking rate. And here we have the points table, and this is how the teams stand. Sharjah Bukhatir 11 right on top after 7 matches, 12 points. ECB Blue also has 12 points, but they played that one extra match. Fujairah Pacific Ventures have got 8 points after 7 matches. Dubai Pulse Secure is at number 4. 4 points of 6 matches. Ajman Alubond, 4 points of 8 matches. Team Abu Dhabi right at the bottom, 4 points from 8 matches.
So, if Sharjah Bukhatir 11 loses this game to Fujairah Pacific Ventures, so it will effectively make it a 3-team race for the top of the table, while 3 teams are fighting practically for the 4th spot in the qualification. Dubai Pulse Secure is still, they have played 2 lesser games than Ajman and Lubon and Team Abu Dhabi.
Yes, there is a battle taking place out there, and each team trying their best, giving their best to see that they can make it for the qualifiers. 7th over beginning, and this one good delivery, and did not allow the batsman to get away with it. Saw the batsman moving before he delivered the ball, and accordingly he changed his direction and he kept him quiet.
Shiraspia has been in good bowling form throughout this Kafu Presents Emirates D10. So 71 more needed for Sharjah Bukhatir 11 with 23 deliveries left. It's a now or never kind of a situation for them. The asking rate has already gone beyond 18.5. So they practically need 3 runs every delivery.
Yes, Kamran, they need to break loose now. I don't think they can keep it for too much later because they've just lost 3 wickets. They have wickets in hand, but they need to break loose. And, oh, what a delivery. Swing, you miss, I hit. Clean bowled.
That's a big wicket. And that might decide this game as well because Sharjah Bukhatir 11, Fayyaz Ahmed, clean bowled by Shiraspia. Sharjah Bukhatir 11, 60 for 4 after 6.2.
You know, he went back, then he came in front, and he completely missed the line of that ball, and ball was right into the stumps. So after the loss of the last wicket, it is Ramesh who has joined Umar Ali at the crease. And Syam Ramesh, he would be taking strike to Shiraspia.
Again, very well bowled by Shiraspia. So Sharjah Bukhatir 11 losing the race pretty quickly now. 61 for 4 now. And they have only 21 deliveries left, and they need 70 runs.
One more extra leg by. Syam could not connect the ball with the bat on the pads and got that single. And we see the replay of the earlier wicket. Clean bowled, cleaned up. Beautiful delivery.
But Anurag, we just have to keep in mind, this time Umar Ali goes on one knee and sends it well behind the boundary line for a 6.
That was a brilliant shot by Umar Ali. It went into orbit. Also the distance and a much needed respite and a great shot. 6 runs.
Before the delivery, I was about to say that these 2 men, that was Talaba Tournament 6 number 301. So Sharjah Bukhatir 11 and Ajman Alubond game. In that, Sharjah Bukhatir were well behind and with a lot of trouble when these 2 batsmen, they joined together at the crease and they built a massive kind of a partnership with big hitting to brought back Sharjah Bukhatir 11 in that game, and eventually Sharjah Bukhatir 11 won that game on the last delivery. So it's not over till these 2 are there.
Absolutely, Kamran. They need to replicate that effort today. And this time he goes for a wild swing. The ball misses the bat, goes to the wicket keeper. Dot ball.
While we can keep on recalling about those innings, but the thing is, the Fujairah Pacific Ventures, it's not the same kind of a bowling. So they already know where to bowl these batsmen. Shiraspia bowled 1 delivery in his zone. And then the last delivery, he made sure that he has to stretch for it, and eventually he misses it.
Absolutely. Good bowlers make it very difficult for batsmen to score off them, keep testing them. They also follow their, watch their videos. They know their weaknesses. So much going on there, in the back rooms than what we see only on the field. And in comes Shiraz Pia, last delivery of this over. And this is a full toss. It's been hit well, and it's been hit cleanly. 6 runs.
Umair Ali doing what he does best. Dispatching the balls out of the boundary. That's the end of 7th over, 73 for 4.
$73 for 4 then after 7 overs, and Sharjah Bukhatir 11. Let's have a look at the 6, the last ball, which was dispatched for 6. Very good shot, much needed shot in the arm for Sharjah Bukhatir, because they are requiring 19.3 runs per over and only doing 10.4 right now. So there's a big ask, and critical stage of the match, Charvi.
Definitely a critical stage. That's high up in the air, an easy catch. Just as we're saying in this youngster, Rishabh Mukherjee. Let me tell you, this is his debut game at this tournament. And well, yet again picks up the wicket. The first delivery of the second over. Mistime shot that. Creating those chances. So wicket number 5.
$73 for 5, and next delivery. This has been hit high, mighty, handsome. 6 runs.
Well, yet another maximum. Junaid Shamsu. What a way to get off a mark with a maximum. He put it right away. Umair Ali, I beg your pardon.
So this shows to us that the fight is still not out of Sharjah Bukhatir. They are not the top team of this tournament, in the top 2 right now for no reason. They have it in them. They are a pedigree team. And let's have a look at the replay.
Bit of a short delivery, pitching on the off, on the middle and off. He put it away with great ease there, Umair Ali. 79 for 5. The asking rate has gone up to 19.5 runs and over. What an exposure. The wide delivery.
So Rishabh, in his anxiety to keep Umair Ali from hitting big shots, bowls it a bit too wide, and 1 more run, 80 for 5, and 1 more delivery to bowl. Comes in Rishabh, and again gets under this ball, Umair Ali, and it has gone right between the trunks of 2 trees there. 6 runs.
Back-to-back 6s there for Umair Ali. And he's having an absolute go at Rishabh Mukherjee there. Needs to build up a little confidence, the youngster. Bowl your line, buddy. Stick to your basics and you will get it right.
I think the man of the hour is Umair Ali. He has to take it from here, because it will be too much to expect from a new batsman to come in and start hitting. And Umair Ali has just clobbered 2 6s. And next delivery from Rishabh. Umair Ali facing him. And is this the 3rd one? Is it going there? Is it going? We'll wait for the umpire's signal. Is it a 4 or is it a 6? We're waiting for the umpire's signal. Oh, it's a 4. Lovely shot.
Good shot that pulled away. Was again a slightly short pitch there on that occasion. And what really needs to be done here by Rishabh Mukherjee is bowl the fuller length deliveries and not to try anything new different. I mean, don't experiment.
Much width on that delivery. Gave him enough time to free his arms and take a swipe at him.
Through that. Around the wicket for the right-hander. He's gone high up in the air. That's another maximum. Runs aglow.
What a lovely shot there, and this time Umar Ali got under the ball, got fantastic elevation. 6 more. Is the game turning on its head here, Charvi?
Well, we're not sure here. The asking rate still at 16.2. If Sharjah Bukhatir 11 need to win this game here, they're going to need a lot more of that. And a quick chat with the skipper for Rishabh Mukherjee there. And well, the hunt of the cricket ball continues. We'll have a change in the ball as well. I think Rishabh Mukherjee would be relieved with that. Get the new ball in, the new luck with the new ball. I have one more delivery. I hope I don't go for another maximum he would be wishing.
Absolutely. He's already given 22 runs in this over, and that's a lot to be given in any over, and especially if it's the 8th over and when your opponents are looking at a very high asking rate. And so right from about 19, the asking rate has come down to 16.2 now, Charvi.
And let's look at the runs that have gone. That was down the ground. That was a maximum. Then he came around the wicket, the ball pitching on the leg side, making room. A bounce over the fence. This is the last one. So went just straight down the ground. That was 6. So a change in the cricket ball for Rishabh Mukherjee.
And he has one more delivery in this over, the 8th over. So some lusty, good, clean hitting there by Umar Ali. He's very quickly moved on to 37 of just 11 deliveries, which means he must be feeling very confident. And how he conducts himself in the last 2 overs, can he bring his team, can he take his team over the line for victory? We'll wait and watch.
He should be able to. 26 for 5, 7.5. We're in the 8th over, 96 on board. 35 runs still required to win. Better delivery, much better delivery, but the ball is running away. And it will reach the boundary very comfortably. So good over this for Sharjah Bukhatir 11. 8 gone, it's 100 for 5.
$100 for 5 then is Sheikh Bukhatir 11, and they've got another 31 runs to make. 27 deliveries to make those 31 runs in. A run rate 15.5 is required, and they're doing 12.5. All doable, and they have Umar Ali, who's there batting very well, 41 of 12 deliveries. Until the time he stays there, they are in with a very good chance.
Yes, but it will be the new man, Junaid, who hasn't faced even a delivery. He came into bat in the last over. Will be facing his first delivery of this 9th over. 31 runs still required to win, and well, this game is going down all the way to the wire here. And we have Shiraz Pia to continue. Decent over he bowled the first one. Good delivery, and well, a bit of a chase there for the fielder, and settled just for the single. So he gets off the mark straight away. And a no ball.
And a no ball. So that is a bonus free hit, and also the score reading 100, 102 for 5, 1 run taken and 1 for the no ball, and a free hit as well. So here's the opportunity, and the best part is Umair is back on strike because of that 1 run, which means he has the license to hit.
He does have the license to hit. Shiraspia will be feeling a lot of pressure. He's probably got to bowl the best delivery he has bowled in the longest time. Required rate has gone up slightly, 14.5. Run rate achieved, 12.8. And as we were hoping, was going a little slow, has picked up pace now. 29 runs required. Now the 2 overs left to be bowled out. Still, anyone's games. And just a little confusion there at the boundary.
Shiraspia in.
Slow
And
delivery.
beautifully played that one. Superbly played, but goes to the fielder there.
They had to restrict him to that single to keep Junaid on strike. Good work there in the field by the fielders. Straight away throwing in the ball.
When that ball left the bat, it looked like it was going to go over the boundary, but then somewhere lost its elevation, fielded. And for the bowling team, good news is Junaid is back on the strike, which means more chances of restricting until unless Junaid can come up with something extraordinary here.
Short ball and quick single taken yet again. They're taking every opportunity to have Umair Ali on strike.
I think.
Well, it's game on here at the ICC Academy Hall. This is Kafu presents Emirates D10 Tournament. We'd quickly like to thank all our sponsors: Talabat, Kafu, Trans Group,
ITW,
our organizers, our broadcasting team, 360 Sport,
and all the people who've been involved with the production, right in the combox, outside, ground. I mean, such a great, terrific effort to put this tournament the way it has been conducted so far. And Shiraspia now. Third delivery. This is the 9th over in progress. And it's Omar Ali who's on strike. 42 of 13. Delivery. And good delivery. And he can just dig it out. Not able to score on that. It's a dot ball.
Well, he will be relieved. A good delivery coming in from Shiraspia. Put in a lot of effort, you could see from his body language on that one. The Yorker end delivery. Well, buddy, you've got 3 more deliveries and you've got to do the same thing in each of those 3 deliveries and make sure you get through this over without bowling any more extras. 104.
And Charvi, since you are taking it up for the bowler, let me take it up for the batsman. Buddy, Umair Ali, you've got 27 runs to make in 1.3 overs, so get your act together. Keep it balanced.
We have to encourage both sides. That's a full toss. That's put away with ease and a maximum. And the 50 up for Umair Ali.
What a brilliant shot by Umair Ali. Got right underneath that and hit it so cleanly. And we'll have a look at the replay. Look at that. Absolutely flawless. As soon as it hit the bat, it was going towards the trees. 6 runs, 110 for 5. And Umair Ali is still short of his half century. And I'm sure the next one probably will see that.
Well, that's Umair Ali, 48 of just 15 deliveries. 6 sixes and 2 boundaries for him. 21 runs now required. Shiraspia has got a task at hand. Full toss. The pressure. It's really the pressure where you tend to bowl these loose deliveries. Shiraspia. Delivery number 4. That's gone high up in the air. And will that go the distance? Yes, it will. A maximum.
What a beautiful shot there by Umair Ali. Got under it, went into the orbit, high and long and distant, and 6 more, and that's his 50. 54 runs in 16 deliveries. Well played, young man. Very nice innings for your team and for yourself, and bringing your team closer to victory. 116 for 5 now, and now what you require is 12.9. Where we started from almost 18 and 19, they have brought the asking rate down to 12.9, Charvi.
Look at that strike rate. 337.5. That's a massive strike rate for any batsman. Well, nature of the T10 format brings out the best in you, perhaps, I guess.
Absolutely. As they say, cometh the hour, cometh the man. And the man right now is Umair Ali. And all he needs to do is hang around there for another 7 deliveries and take his team home.
Raspia bowling the last delivery of the over number 9. That's gone high up in the air as well. And yes, it's going the distance. And that's a maximum.
Well, all I could see was the fielders doing stargazing there. And 6 more runs, 122 for 5 after the end of 9 overs. Replay, look at that. First it looked like probably it had the height but not the distance, and he had both. So 122 for 5 after 9.
$122 after 9 overs, 5 wickets down, partnership worth 49 runs, 6 balls, 9 runs to win. What a game this has turned out to be, Anurag. What a fantastic game this has turned out to be.
I think kudos to Umair Ali. What an innings he's played. Massive sixes, great display of power hitting and sensible batting as well, and has brought his team to the brink of victory. Just 9 runs required and 6 deliveries to get. Well, it should be a cakewalk unless something happens which we don't know.
Well, Wasim Muhammad has been brought into the attack. Will be bowling the last over. And this is going to be interesting stuff from Wasim Muhammad. Full toss, put away, and that will go out of the park, maximum.
What a massive strike that again by... but this was Junaid Shamsu with that 6. He's getting into the act now, getting inspired by Umair Ali, and what a lovely shot. And he says, look, I'm also here. Don't think it's all about Umair Ali. I'm Junaid Shamsu. Super shot. 128 for 5. Only 3 required, and we have 5 more deliveries to go.
The full toss bowled in, very, very juicy full toss there by Wasim Muhammad. 128 for 5. And well, what a game this has turned out to be. An exciting dugout there. Sharjah Bukhatir 11.
Sharjah Bukhatir 11 then confirming that why they are one of the top teams of this tournament. And this one again is played high, and it's away from the fielder. The batsman running, and they have got another couple of runs.
2. Just 1 more run now required. The score's level. 1 more run required to win with 4 deliveries to be bowled.
And it's Junaid Shamsu. Will he get the opportunity to hit the winning runs?
Well, it all depends on what Wasim Muhammad is going to do now. All the fielders coming into the ring.
To save the one, everybody's in. He just needs to get a touch or a swing and just cross the infield.
The wide stance there. Steps out, slashes it. And well, those are the winning runs. Sharjah Bukhatir 11. They win a thriller here at the ICC Academy Oval. What a game! What a game! And the team runs out in the middle. Well, 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 what a game we've had to witness here at day number 6.
Absolutely, Charvi. Superb display of sensible batting and finishing it in style with a 4. And what an innings from Umair Ali. 60 not out. And Jamshed Shamsu also pitching in with some lusty blows to take his team over the ropes.
Well, the celebrations begin, and Fujairah Pacific Ventures, they would be a little disappointed.
In fact, today they lost both their matches, and they would have liked at least to pull one out.
And let's look at that winning shot. It was slashed through, just getting through the hands of the fielder there, the skipper for Fujairah Pacific Ventures, Asif Khan. Couple of expensive overs coming in. And
we'll have a quick look at the Sharjah Bukhatir 11 batting. Ranjit Mani, 5 of 5. Khalid Shah, 9 of 6. Fayaz Ahmed, 20 of 11. Rizwan CP, good cameo, 21 of 12. And the star, Umair Ali, 60 of 17. Ably supported by Junaid Shamsu, 13 of 5. 134 for 5. Extra 6. And what a great batting display. While they were chasing a big asking rate, they were able to overhaul that in the end.
we have the bowling card for Fujairah Pacific Ventures. Some expensive numbers coming out there. Lukman Hasrat, 2 overs 13, 1 wicket. Sanchit Sharma, 2 overs 25, 1 wicket. That bit expensive there, the youngster. Basil Hamid, 1 over 12 runs. Was a little economical from T10 standards. Rishabh Mukherjee, the new youngster who got to play his debut game. 2 overs 35, quite expensive, but got 2 wickets. Shiraz Pia, 2 overs 34 and a wicket. And Wasim Muhammad just got to bowl 3 deliveries and was hit out for 12 runs, being the most expensive of the lot. Let's quickly look at the summary of the game.
The match summary, Fujairah Pacific Ventures in their 10 overs, 6 extras, 130 for 3. Khan got 50 of 23, Hamid 47 of 19, Mohammad Wasim 24 of 12, and 18 Ramesh Syam got 1 for 18, Bilal 1 for 25, and GKG 1 for 29. While Sharjah Bukhatir 11, Ali got 60 of 17, superb innings, CP Rizwan 21 of 12, and Faraz Ahmed 20 of 11. While Mukherjee got 2 for 35, Hazrat Lukman got 1 for 13, and Sanchit Sharma got 1 for 25. Sharjah Bukhatir 11 win by 5 wickets.
And let's quickly look at the points table. So Sharjah Bukhatir 11 right on top there. Winning 7 out of their 8 games they played with 14 points, followed by ECB Blue, who have won the 6 matches of their 8, losing 2 with 12 points. And Fujairah Pacific Ventures leveling at 1-4, lost 4 for 8. Well, the 4th position is going to be fought between Ajman Alabond, Team Abu Dhabi, and Dubai Pulse Secure. However, Dubai Pulse Secure got, definitely has got more chances there. However, good stuff here from Sharjah Bukhatir 11. What we're going to do is we're signing off from the comm box. When we come back from the break, we're going straight away to the presentation party. Thank you for staying tuned with us.
If you want to learn what excitement means, then you should be watching Kafu Presents Emirates D10. Exactly. This last game was nothing short of enthralling performances by both the teams. And guess what? One team had to win. And that team ensured that we got all the entertainment that was required ball by ball from the very top of the game. Well, this game was obviously Fujairah Pacific Ventures versus Sharjah Bukhatir 11. Batting first, Fujairah Pacific Ventures actually scored 130 runs, and when Sharjah came, there was a stutter. And at one point in time, it looked like, it's not going to go well. But then comes this man who ends up scoring 60 runs in 17 deliveries and takes the game away from what could have been a one-sided affair. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the match for today, Umair Ali. Umair, सबसे पहले तो All right. Now, Umair, 60 in 17. आप बोर्ड पे देख रहे थे कि दिमाग में कैलकुलेशन चल रही थी मैथमेटिकली कि कितने रन्स बनाने हैं?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। पहले तो मैं अपने अल्लाह पाक का शुक्र तो मैंने ये के लिए बहुत जो है कॉन्फिडेंस में था। मैं अपने कप्तान को कह रहा था कि आप विकेट पे मेरे साथ खड़े रहें, मैं ये स्कोर करके दिखाऊंगा। और माशाल्लाह से वैसे ही हुआ है कि 4 बॉल पहले ही हमने ये स्कोर पूरा कर लिया, क्योंकि मैंने आपको पहले भी ये चीज़ कही थी लास्ट इंटरव्यू में कि माशाल्लाह से मैं ये इतनी मेरे में एबिलिटी है कि मैं ये स्कोर चेस कर सकता हूँ। तो वही हुआ, माशा अपनी इनिंग खेली, नेशनल इनिंग खेली और माशाल्लाह से स्कोर पूरा करके दिखाया और आप लोगों ने काफ़ी इन्जॉय किया होगा शायद।
हम यहाँ पर बैठे थे, सारे कमेंट्री बॉक्स में बैठे थे और जो साइड में बैठे थे, हम ऑनेस्टली हम कहेंगे कि 3 ओवर 4 ओवर पहले बस ये कह रहे थे कि यार अब थोड़ा जो है लग रहा है कि शारजा के हाथ से बाहर निकल गई ये गेम। पर उमेर है तो हो सकता है, ये एक थॉट था। पर जब आपने छक्के जड़ना चालू किया, स्पेशली ऋषभ को, तब लगा कि बॉस ये मैच में वापसी हो रही है शारजा बुखातिर 11 की। आपके जहन में ऋषभ की ओवर का टारगेट था या ऐसा था कि जो भी आएगा 9th ओवर में उसे मारना है?
नहीं, मेरे जो है ना मेरे माइंड में टारगेट था, क्योंकि लास्ट ओवर मुझसे मिस हो गया था। मैंने कहा था कि अगर इस ओवर में मैं 4-5 छक्के मार दूंगा तो अगला ओवर में 20 रन इंशाल्लाह। आपको पता है ये बड़ी फनी क्रिकेट है, 20 रन आराम से इधर हो जाते हैं जो है, क्योंकि बॉल बहुत ज़्यादा ड्यू पड़ा हुआ था। मैच के जब हमारी इनिंग खत्म हुई थी तो मैंने उनको बताया था भाई को कि चेस करेंगे हम लोग, और वैसे ही वो हमने चेस किया।
अब आपको आदत हो गई है, अगर बॉलिंग से आप हासिल नहीं कर पाते हो ये ट्रॉफी, तो फिर आप जो है वो बैटिंग करके मैन ऑफ द मैच बन रहे हो। ये आदत जो है बहुत अच्छी आदत है शारजा बुखातिर 11 के, लेकिन आपके बाकी खिलाड़ी जो वो थोड़े से नर्वस हो रहे हैं कि भाई सारे अवार्ड उमेर जीत रहा है।
नहीं, ये टीम के लिए है। देखें, जो टीम के लिए अच्छा खेलेगा और तो वही होगा। माशाल्लाह मैं टीम के लिए खेलता हूँ, अपने लिए नहीं खेलता, क्योंकि मैं गो फॉर विन गया और माशाल्लाह मैंने करके दिखाया और मैं जो है मैच जीता माशाल्लाह से। तो सब टीममेट जो है मेरे माशाल्लाह सारे अच्छे प्लेयर हैं। अगर ऊपर से नहीं होता है तो हम नीचे से करते हैं। जैसे आपने देखा होगा काफ़ी मैचेस में हम लोग ऊपर से फिनिश करते हैं, तो जब ऊपर से फिनिश नहीं होता तो मैं इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं जाके मैच को फिनिश करूँ।
बहुत बढ़िया परफॉर्मेंस रही उमेर आपकी एंड पूरे टीम को हमारी तरफ से कांग्रेचुलेशन। सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी चीज ये थी हमारे लिए कि एंटरटेनमेंट जो था वो एंड तक बरकरार था, एंड ऑल क्रेडिट गोज टू शारजा बुखातिर 11। वेल डन।
थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू सो मच।
Retaining their top spot, Sharjah Bukhatir 11 ensures that they stay up there. So we had some 3 fantastic games going on today, and the results obviously went in favor of teams that played very well. Fujairah Pacific Ventures versus Ajman was the first game. Ajman ended up winning that. Dubai Pulse Secure versus ECB Blues. ECB Blues on the winning side. A great chase there as well. And then Sharjah versus Fujairah. Oh my God, what a game there. What a splendid game there. Sharjah Bukhatir 11 coming on tops, and in what an amazing way. Now tomorrow is going to be again another late start. We'll start at 6 p.m. UAE time. But mind you, 3 amazing games yet again. Dubai Pulse Secure versus Sharjah Bukhatir 11 first up at 6 o'clock. 8 o'clock, ECB Blues versus Ajman Alubond. And then Fujairah Pacific Ventures and Dubai Pulse Secure will wrap up the day for tomorrow. But for now, from everyone over here at the ICC Academy Oval 2, we'll say good night, God bless.